What's going on, guys? Back today with another tutorial, and today we are talking about textured walls. So if you've seen pretty much any of the builds in my city, then you know all the walls have some degree of texture. So today we're going to go piece by piece. I'm going to show you guys a few different variations so that you can kind of elevate your builds and add a little bit more dimension. So before we get started, these are the basic parts we're going to be using. The part usage is going to really be driven by your color choices. So picking a color with a lot more broad options is going to obviously yield more pieces and a little bit better texture. So the first way you can add texture is just by simply stacking 1x2 masonry bricks. Not very interesting, and that would make a very boring tutorial. So now let's go a little bit deeper. All right, so next, this is kind of my most basic level of texturing. You can see here from a part usage standpoint, it's pretty random. The only thing I try to think about when I'm doing this is color. So I definitely recommend picking a primary color. I honestly don't think it looks very good when the builds are just kind of half and half. I try to shoot for a ratio of roughly 70-30 with the primary and secondary color. I also recommend just experimenting with different part combinations. I particularly like when you turn the headlight bricks on their side, as well as when you use two of those 1x2 rounded plates in a row. I think it just looks really nice, and that's kind of one of my favorite go-tos. All right, so now we're gonna get a little bit more advanced, and we are gonna be introducing my favorite piece, which is the ingot. And the reason we're using it here and not previously is it's available in these colors and not in dark tan or medium nougat. You can see this one's a little bit more advanced because we've also got some coining on the edges, as well as some snot bricks and 2 espresso plates throughout, which we'll get to in just a minute. So once we've got the build done, and you can see it's not a full height wall, it's just for example, but we're gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of detailing on top using those modified bricks, some snot bricks, the scroll bricks, as well as those little miniature triangles that I really like and I think add a nice level of detail right at the top edge of a building. So after that, we're just gonna tile up the coining, and then we're gonna start working on our exterior lamp. You can see here I'm using a 1x1 pin, a lightsaber hilt, a clip, as well as a little spear piece, a clear minifigure head, and then that black radar dish. After that, we're gonna start with some landscaping. So the first thing you can do is just tuck those little sprues right into the snot brick, and I think it actually looks really nice. After that, you can attach a plant limb element to the espresso plate, add some leaves, and then again, add some more plant sprues. Now, for another variation, what I like to do sometimes is add the landscaping into those snot bricks using a clear angled bar. Then you're gonna add a 1x1 round plate with the open stud and attach that little plant bushel to it. Similar deal with the espresso plate. You can add that plant limb element and then again, tuck in some leaves as well as the plant bushel element. And those really add some nice density to it. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any questions, drop a comment or shoot me a message on Instagram, and don't forget to keep an eye out for this weekend's new city update, and we'll see you next time.